and beloved architects is a guy named Adrian Smith. Now, we all call him the world's tallest architect. Not because of his 5'7" stature, it's because he makes the tallest buildings in the world, including the current tallest building in the world. If you're here for real estate, unfortunately, the penthouse just sold 3 months ago. 14,000 square foot, 5-bedroom for $20 million. Nice little starter home for someone, $20 million. Eyes up, cameras up. Over to the right, you're going to see the twin iconic corncob towers of Marina City. These are pie-shaped apartments, each with their lobed balconies. I got a buddy who lives up there. A little difficult to furnish a pie-shaped living room, but it is possible. Now here's its story. In the early 1960s, practically nobody was living in the city center business district of downtown Chicago. And there was a Chicago architect named Bertrand Goldberg. Now, he was kind of the social scientist of his generation. He wanted people to live in the city center like they did in Europe, where he studied, but there was no infrastructure for residential living down here. So he had to build this self-sufficient, autonomous city within a city. This utopian world where you can live above your yacht, live above your valet parked car, live above your own restaurants, grocery store, movie theater, office space, dry cleaner, bowling alley, ice skating rink. Truly a city within a city. This is an introvert's dream world. Over to the left, this is our river walk. Now, this river walk is just a few years old, has been a game changer for Chicago's relationship to this river, bringing citizens down to the river as never before. In fact, you get citizens this close to the water, they get a lot more concerned about the water quality and the ecosystem, so it's good for the river as well. Over to the left, you can see the bottom of this white granite building with the mirrored glass. As it comes into view, I'd like you to follow it all the way up to the top, and you're going to see what looks like a Greek temple. The name of the style, neoclassic. You take something classic like the Parthenon, remake it with new materials, clarifying key proportions, the classic 30-degree pitch of the roof, the proportions of the columns, base shaft capital. The base shaft capital. The architect, this building is designed by a guy named Ricardo Bofill from Catalan, Spain, with a few international architects represented on the river. This building is as glorious at night as it is during the day. The part of town to your left is called the Loop. You may have heard that term. Let me explain it. Our subway system, the trains are called the L because many of them are elevated, and they literally make a loop in the core business district downtown. So the city center is called the Loop. Now you know that. You know, Chicago is located here because of this river. The mid-1800s, this little Chicago River was the waterway that connected the East Coast to the Mississippi River. That's back when things were shipped by barges and schooners. So lots of merchandise came through Chicago, and it's been a hub of commerce ever since. Planes, trains, semi-trailers all coming through Chicago. And it's a city that respects its architectural heritage. Here's a couple examples. Over to the left, as we come under the bridge, you're going to see a building that was built in two sections. The left part of the building built in 1947. The right addition, 1987. Notice how they use modern material and styling to complement the old instead of ignoring it. Look at the bridge in front of us. Look carefully at the lamps and handrails. This bridge is charming and vintage and old school and antique, except it's only 9 years old. It's an exact replica of the rusted 91-year-old bridge that it replaced. Brought in on barges over a long weekend, jacked up, bolted on, good for 91 more years. So if the Wrigley building, that very first building in style we